Me was studio ha. Mene Madam Gifty Ano Sika Asantua. She's CEO Women in Forex Ghana. And Ronnie Gold Anan ono a currency analyst. Minyomo edi enkomo anapaya. Na it has to do with women in Forex. Na anapaya womo beche chemo. Most of the times we'll browse YouTube I say we are pop Forex trading that. Or your search via Forex trading that. What does it mean? And why the focus on women in Forex trading? And I pay Gifty Elmin says sounds now. Ronnie Gold Elmin. Ronnie, good morning. Gifty, good morning.
Good morning.
Muchini ya na say
Everything media farfar.
Everything media farfar.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Inti fan farfar. So, women in Forex. Tell us a little bit about the Forex industry. When we talk about Forex, what is it?
Okay, so the Forex industry, the short form of foreign exchange is Forex.
Okay.
So then foreign exchange industry basically is for the buy and sell of currencies. Yeah. And then it's the biggest financial industry in the world. Okay. It has 7.6 trillion transactions on the daily. And we think that it's a big avenue for career and then financial opportunities. Is unfortunate that it's not really indulged or engaged in our part of the world, and then we are hoping that it help keep some sort of help us with the unemployment situations with our youth and all that. Yeah, basically.
Right. So the emphasis on women in the Forex exchange industry. Why the emphasis on women in Forex?
Forex is dominated by men, and then a lot of the women shy away from it because it's financially connected. Most of our women are into administrative or secretarial sectors, and then as we are all looking for money, and our women love money the most, I think it's about time they find a better industry to indulge. Yeah.
Okay. How difficult, how easy is it, that space? You are into it.
Yeah.
How is that space like?
I would say it's just as any other sector, be it like the engineering sector, the medical sector, the accounting sector. It's just that if you are able to spearhead your goals and set your priorities right with your skill set and master, it should be as easy as anything. But when it comes to money, people are in a rush, or there's some sort of greediness. So people go there and then they rush the process and then they get blown and then they call the industry scam. But that's not the case.
Do we have an understanding generally as a nation of the entire industry?
Unfortunately not, no.
You get the sense there's effort to get us to understand and appreciate the opportunities therein?
Well, for now, private organizations like myself are pushing and then campaigning and doing sensitivities and advocacy for the industry to be, more embraced by the community. But so far, I've not really seen any government organization or any of the other local institutions trying to promote it. But I think that I'll use this platform to say that we are getting to a point where digitalization is becoming a norm. Okay, now you can go onto the internet and transact business, buy stocks and all that without needing a third person, because there are apps that they use. Now because of that, we have novices that are always susceptible to scams, because we don't emphasize enough on sensitivity and advocacy and education. So our idea is to give the people that, whether we like it or not, people are still seeing these pop-ups online. They get curious and then they get scammed. Why don't we do the education so that they go in there and they know all there is to know before they even go in there and then put their money online? Yeah, something like that.
So you keep mentioning sensitization. Is that what the Elevate Ghana, Forex project is about? What is it about? Because I see you guys. You didn't bring me a T-shirt anyway. I won't complain. but is that what it's about?
Yes, so we hope to sensitize the community and then do more of skill set advocacy, especially on digital finance. Yes.
All right, I'll come back to you, but
Okay.
let me have a word with Ronnie so that I have an understanding as to how the experience has been like trying to, learn about the Forex trading. I remember one time, I downloaded one of these applications to, learn it because somebody was telling me there's a lot of money in there, and I saw the graphs and the charts going up and down like what is this? Ronnie, what's been the experience trying to understand this industry?
It's not been easy at all right from the get-go. Now, the experience is quite challenging, but then again, when you put your mind to something, you need to achieve it. Now, this part is quite cumbersome in the sense that you need to understand what you're doing, especially when you open the graph and you don't know what you're doing. You need guidance, you need mentorship, you need someone who succeeded in this industry guide you, mentor you through that process, then you can make it. Now, it's not easy, but then again, if I'm here to testify that there's a way out.
Okay.
And this project, I'm a product of it, and therefore there's a way out. So that's the whole idea about me being here.
So for how long have you been studying, learning to trade?
Okay, I got the exposure to Forex trading like 2 years ago, and I was curious about it. Now, ideally speaking, I would say it's been a year and a half since I started trading actually, and I've grown in this industry. And now, it didn't start like that. It gets to a point in time where you need to understand that as a man, I've been employed for 4 years, like before I entered it, and there was a need for me to, liberate myself from the situation. Then again, I had to narrow it down from a point where let's say, I wanted to do digital marketing, I wanted to do finance, I wanted to do affiliate marketing. Now, there was an opportunity through this project, and I decided to narrow it down to Forex trading. And here I am today, that there's a way out. And through this Elevate Ghana Forex project, you can be self-dependent on your own, understand Forex trading, and it's free. It's free. The content that came with it was quite beneficial, and I'm a product of it today, so that's about it.
So what you're telling me is that I could decide to quit my job this morning.
No.
I'm making a case. I'm making a case.
Okay.
If I have an understanding and the ability to forecast how the market is going to behave in the next 3 weeks, maybe world market prices for fuel, crude, going up. Maybe there is, let's say, some volcanic eruption somewhere, and so I know that medical supplies are going to be moved from here to here, and so demand for this is going to go up. And I'm able to do all of those forecasts within my space. Would I require another job?
For starters,
I see Gifty itching.
Sure.
Gifty, let me come to you. Let me come to you.
Okay, you need you can't just say that because you can focus right, the market is going to play good with you. The market decides to do what it wants to do at any time. You might have all this forecast right, perfect, and the day will come, and then Putin will do something else, and then the market will go left. You don't just jump into Forex in the industry like that. And even before, or in any industry, before you change jobs or you decide to go on to entrepreneurship, you should have saved enough to cater for uncertainties. So if you come into the Forex market until you are confirmed and mastered and skilled and already making profit, saved enough for it to cater for the next 6 or 1 year, I don't think if you have a job, you should stop.
How much would I require to start? Now it's an open conversation.
Yeah.
Because we are giving some level of education to our viewers and our listeners.
Yeah.
So, how much would one require if, let's say, I'm unemployed, I have nothing to lose, I'm unemployed already, and I've been chasing for jobs for like the past 2 years, I'm not getting any job, and I see this as an opening for me to start earning something. basically, how much would I require to start?
Let me take this one. So, with as in you're talking in the sense of an investor into the forex industry, as compared to somebody that want to learn how to trade forex. Now,
Okay, so I want to learn
how
and
to
trade.
Okay,
Yes.
right.
Yes.
Well, Jack. Oliver Torres, he was
Yeah,
okay. So
yeah.
to be able to learn, there are facilities like our organization have facilities where we train you for free. We mentor you enough for you to be able to go there. And then with forex trading, we have the intermediary that works like the banks that gives us opportunity to put our monies there, and they open the market for us. They are called brokerage firm. So for instance, our sponsor for this year, STD Market, they have at least $10 that you can use to trade. Okay, so you're able to open the account and even have a demo account. Now the demo account means demonstrative account, where they give you virtual money from 5,000 to 100,000 or more for you to practice with. So you practice enough before you put your money in there. And you're not in a hurry, okay? You can start from $10, you raise it to $15, and then you know, like, okay, this is looking good. Then you go from there. But because it's money, people just go for 1 week class without no psychology to the market, and they feel like, okay, this strategy looks good. I'll go there and then I'll go and take a loan of $1,000, and then the next moment they've blown their account. And they don't get why they've done it, but it's a process.
Okay.
You need to have, there's something called emotional intelligence and trading psychology. Okay, I can teach you that when the market gets here, buy. The market gets here, sell. But your emotions at a time will determine whether you're going to be buying right or be selling right. And these are some of the things we teach through mentorship. Yeah.
Interesting. So, give me a sense of, well, again, we are delving into general conversation,
Of
so
course.
that so that people can get a sense of what it is that we are talking about. The youth population, how many are into this?
Well, the organization did a research 2 years ago. Probably we need to update.
Yeah.
But as a then, we had only 1% of Ghanaians doing it. And then out of the 1%, you should looking out for women in there is 1 to 200 to the men.
Interesting.
Yeah, so it's a very green area which needs to be pushed. Yeah.
Is it profitable?
It is when you get it right. Just like any venture. I'll emphasize, it is when you get it right.
When you get it right.
Right, yeah.
Is there you talked about the emotions,
Yeah.
and you talked about the intelligence,
Yeah.
and the experience as well. Is there a science behind it?
Yes.
There is.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, my little, like I said, at some point I also tried to get a sense of what it was. I downloaded one of these applications, and it was taking me through, the processes. Like you said, a demo account, a certain amount is giving you, and indeed, you get to not only appreciate how, markets work, how world financial movements work, but it opens your mind as to business,
Yes.
understanding and appreciation of business, and even what to look out for as a business opportunity,
Of course.
even when you are within that space. So let me come back to you, Ronnie.
Okay.
So all this experience gained, if there are some few young men and few women who are out there who are watching us this morning, what would you tell them?
Well, I would say you need to be part of the financial market industry. You need to be part of Forex. Now, it all boils down to mentorship, guidance, and we are not exempted from the Women in Forex Trading and Elevate projects, Forex Ghana. So you need guidance, patience, consistency. You need somebody who has been in the industry for long that could give you the nitty-gritties of it. I urge everyone to really, really join this part and liberate yourself from this, economic recession, because we are dependent on people. Women are dependent on men, and it's a trend that is becoming, a challenge for us. So we need to be self-dependent. So this avenue of Forex projects, you need to take, a touch of it and experience it. So I'll recommend it to people that, while sitting there, the space and the group of the unemployed, especially the undergraduates, women especially, please and please hop on this project. It's free and the content within it is very, very, very top notch. That's all I can say.
Interesting. So, I am a lawyer, Gifty. I am a teacher.
Okay.
I am a journalist.
Okay.
Can I confidently do this, seeing how tricky it is, you know, alongside my main job?
Okay, that would be individualistic. It will depend on the person.
Okay.
I have trained lawyers, I have trained lecturers, I've trained doctors, pharmacists. Some of them were pharmacists, pastors, and they still are doing very well. So when you know how the market works, whenever the need is, or whenever there's a need, you can just come to the market and say, oh, I had this going on, so I'll prepare myself and analyze for this particular timeline, this particular time, and with the trading plan, you can get your targets. You can also decide to trade the market all the time. So it depends on the individual. Anybody can be a forex trader. So far as you can, you can think, and you can read your ABCD. You don't need to be some financial guru. This guy right here is a social worker, political science graduate. We have nurses, and then we have people that had totally no idea about finance at all that are doing great. Okay. Now, one part of it is that people think like you trade, you learn how to trade forex to trade, but there are companies that are looking out for financial currency analysts. So you can be in Ghana, you've learned and you've mastered the skill. You might not necessarily be trading, but you'll be analyzing chart for a company in the US.
So those are some of the opportunities.
Yes. So you can
you don't necessarily have to trade.
Yes. You can be a
data
teacher.
analyst.
Yes. You can be a mentor. You can be a teacher. This guy is trading people in the US, right? And then he's in Ghana and he has no job. Yeah. He's able to do that because of the digital skill that So now that he is in, let's say, unemployed situation in Ghana, this has been a safe haven for him. Do you get what I'm saying? So if you think you're not in a hurry, but you have the passion to do something beyond complaining about how the economy is, you can save yourself the misery of the rat race that we have ourselves in. It's not going to go away. Africa is a burdened economy. We can't compare ourselves to the US. US is over 200 years ago. Maybe when the US was 50 or 60 years, it was practically suffering from unemployment, just like us. Even after 200 years, they are still struggling with unemployment. So we need more entrepreneurs to build the economy. So we can't all depend on the government like that. So when you go to school and you're not getting the job, I think you should also be open-minded enough to break zones. And I think the forest industry is one of the main avenues people can use to break out of this unemployment situation.
All right, so I'm interested. I'm watching the show. I'm interested. I'm listening to the show. How do I get on board Elevate Ghana Forex project? Is there a number I can call, your location, something like that?
You can contact 050 69 75254, and then you grab your seat. We have 50 seats for our free class coming on the 6th to on the 10th February at the Accra Digital Center. You could also email us on womeninforestgh@gmail.com or any of our social media handles, LinkedIn Women in Forest Ghana, and then IG Women in Forest Global _.
All right. Any final comments you may want to make before we end the conversation?
Yes, I would like to indulge the youth especially. I've had people come into my DM talking about how they are interested in Forex, and then they are expecting me to get them data to even come for online classes. This is the mindset. I don't know, that sort of entitlement. People think they have degrees, so they are on top of their game. Please, we have PhD people that are begging to have an employment. So if you get something for free, don't think it's free, so it's not quality or whatever. I don't know why Ghanaians think like that. We give it for free because it's expensive to learn how to trade Forex. People pay over $14,000 for just 2 weeks to trade, but we train you for free, and then people think it's for free. So I don't know. I say I didn't need free. The papa and Bibisa. You have to beg them to come online, and these are the same people that are struggling to have employment. Our attitudes are the reason why our attitudes are not working for us. So be open-minded enough to take opportunities outside your comfort zone. If you are political science, you can still take an avenue that can work for you. The digital spectrum is big. You don't have to really do forex trading to make it. You can even go to digital marketing or any other. Just make sure you're indulging and breaking barriers beyond the digital economy, and then you do well. You don't have to run away to anywhere to make it. Yeah.
All right. Let me take a final comment from you, Ronnie.
Well, I would urge people to really take this opportunity. Now, the quality of this is that the content that we provide is top notch, and the idea and mentality about Ghanaians, especially when they hear something free, they take it for granted. Now, as my CEO already said, people are paying huge sums of money to get this content. Now, you might think you might make it on your own going through YouTube and other stuff like that, but trust me, regardless of however you see the market, you still need mentorship. And Women in Forex Ghana is here to stay. And I'll urge everyone, especially the undergraduates, because I understand the challenges that people will be going through after, the women especially, and whoever is is watching me, please run. Because I wish I had this content even before I even applied for the university. And at the end of the day, as a family, as a team, there's love everywhere, and therefore, Women in Forex Ghana and the Elevate Ghana project is here to stay.
I'm grateful. Ronnie, you joined me. I'm grateful, Gifty, that you joined me this morning.
Nice.